Have you heard this phrase? God is dead. It sounds like a provocation, like a challenge, like a sentence. But what if these are not just words, but a diagnosis of an entire civilization? Friedrich Nietzsche, philosopher, poet, madman, prophet. He wrote just a few books and turned the course of European thought upside down. He predicted the 20th century, and perhaps the 21st. Today you will learn why his ideas are relevant right now and why they are still feared. Nietzsche was born in 1844 in Prussia. His father was a pastor. When the boy was 5 years old, his father died of a brain disease. This scar stayed with him forever. From childhood, he grew up surrounded by women, his mother, sister, grandmother. The male image of his father remained in him as an idea, strict, demanding, divine. He became a child prodigy. At 24, he was a professor of classical philology in Basel. But he quickly realized that the academic environment was stifling him. Nietzsche voluntarily left the university and became a philosopher traveler. He wrote alone, was often ill, lived poorly. He lived for his ideas, knew that he would not be understood. But he continued. He said, "I am not a man, I am dynamite." God is dead. This is not about religion. This is about the crisis of meaning. In the 19th century, science defeated myth. Darwin killed the idea of creation. Industrialization changed society, but with it, the old morality died. People became free, but free from what? And for what? Nietzsche wrote, "We have killed God. We are you and I. We are all his murderers." He said that man has destroyed faith in the absolute, in something eternal, above us, and now he is left alone, alone with emptiness. When the foundation collapses, dangers appear: nihilism, fanaticism, manipulation. People who cannot live without external meaning begin to create false gods, leaders, systems, ideologies. And this, according to Nietzsche, is a threat worse than any religion. So who is the Superman? He is not a superhero. He is not a master over others. The Superman is the one who is able to create his own values. This is a person who does not seek the truth in the external, but creates it from within. He accepts suffering, does not hide from pain, but uses it for growth. Nietzsche called this becoming, the eternal process of self-overcoming. He believed that man is not finished. He is a transition, a bridge, not a goal. Man is something that must be overcome. The Superman is not above others. He is above himself, yesterday. He creates himself anew, like a sculptor creates from marble. One of Nietzsche's central concepts is the will to power. This is not a thirst for political or social power. This is an inner impulse to live, to assert, to create. Nietzsche saw a struggle in life, but not between people, but a struggle with chaos, chance, weakness. The will to power is the power to overcome. He wrote that all living things strive not just to survive, but to assert themselves, to express themselves, to declare themselves. An artist who creates despite poverty, a thinker who writes despite indifference. This is a manifestation of the will to power. This is also connected with the idea of eternal return. Be ready to live your life over and over again, forever. And if you don't want to, then you are living incorrectly. The Superman is the one who says yes to his destiny. Nietzsche attacked what he called slave morality. This is a system where weakness is considered a virtue and strength is considered evil. Christian morality, in his view, was created out of resentment, a feeling of impotent envy. The weak declared their enemies evil and themselves good because they were weak and could not help themselves. Nietzsche contrasts it with master morality, where strength, energy, creativity, generosity are valued. He did not call for cruelty. He called for honesty, to recognize one's strength and responsibility for life. He wrote, "Morality is a fiction that restrains those who are not ready for freedom." In 1889, in Turin, Nietzsche was walking down the street and saw an old coachman whipping his horse, which refused to move. Nietzsche was hurt. He ran up to the animal, hugged it by the neck, and began to cry bitterly. With great difficulty, they managed to lead him away from the horse, and upon returning home, it turned out that Nietzsche was not himself. After this incident, he fell silent forever. But before that, he wrote prophetic books. Thus spoke Zarathustra, the Antichrist, beyond good and evil. He warned, the age will come when people will look for new gods, the state, the crowd, technology. He foresaw mass culture, wars, totalitarianism, and he gave an alternative: personal strength, individuality, the courage to be yourself. Today, we live in the very future he feared. The crowd has become the norm. Meaning has become a commodity. Ideas are sold, and people buy beliefs. But you have a choice: become the crowd or become yourself. Be or obey. Suffer or overcome. Wait or create. Nietzsche does not give an answer. He gives a challenge. So now the question for you: if God is dead, who are you? Ashes of the past? Or a flame that burns on?